DJI has been playing a dangerous game with what could be the most significant pocket camera ever made. The Osmo Pocket 4 was supposed to launch in December, then got pushed to late January, and now we're sitting in early February with no official announcement. But here's what makes this wild. Leaked packaging has surfaced, showing retail-ready units with "Do Not Open Till Confirmation" stickers. Amazon Germany briefly listed the device before pulling it down. Igor Bogdanov, one of the most reliable DJI leakers, got his hands on a working prototype and has been testing it in Barcelona, giving us our first real look at the dual-camera Pro variant. The camera exists, it's manufactured, it's sitting in warehouses ready to ship. Rumors indicate that the delay is either last-minute accessory issues or DJI strategically spacing out launches. Whatever the reason, the leaks have painted an incredibly detailed picture. Let's talk about what we actually know, because despite the lack of an official announcement, the leaks have painted an incredibly detailed picture. The standard Osmo Pocket 4 is getting a legitimate 1-inch CMOS sensor pulling 50 megapixels, the exact same unit that powers the Osmo Action 6. This isn't some incremental bump. We're looking at a sensor significantly larger than anything in competing devices, which translates directly to better low-light performance, improved dynamic range, and cleaner footage when you're shooting in challenging conditions. The video specifications are equally impressive, with confirmed support for 4K at 120 frames per second, perfect for those buttery slow-motion sequences that elevate B-roll from acceptable to exceptional. There's also strong evidence pointing towards 6K recording at 30 frames per second. The Pocket 4 reportedly weighs just 116 grams, which represents a 35% weight reduction compared to the Pocket 3. Yet somehow, they managed to cram in a battery that's 20% larger. Early estimates suggest over 200 minutes of continuous recording time, which fundamentally changes how you can use this camera. No more carrying multiple battery packs just to make it through basic coverage. The gimbal system received a complete overhaul with full 360-degree pan capability, eliminating the mechanical limitations that occasionally frustrated Pocket 3 users when they needed to spin the camera around for a quick reverse shot. But here's where things get genuinely interesting. DJI isn't just launching one model. Leaked prototypes confirm the existence of two distinct variants, and the differences between them are substantial enough to target completely different user bases. The standard Pocket 4 appears to feature a single 1-inch sensor with possible support for a secondary sensor, optimized specifically for vertical video content. Think about that for a second. Instead of cropping your horizontal footage or dealing with awkward rotations in post, you'd have a dedicated sensor specifically designed for the aspect ratio that dominates Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and every other platform where vertical content performs. The Pocket 4 Pro takes an entirely different approach. Leaked testing footage shows a vertically stacked dual-lens configuration that looks like DJI miniaturized their Air 3 drone camera system and somehow fit it onto a handheld gimbal. The main camera maintains that 1-inch sensor with a wide-angle lens sitting around 24mm equivalent. The second camera brings something the Pocket line has desperately needed since day one: genuine optical zoom through a telephoto lens offering somewhere between 2 to 4 times magnification. This isn't digital zoom that degrades your image quality by cropping pixels. This is real glass doing real optical work. You could shoot an establishing wide shot, then punch in for a tight close-up without moving the camera or sacrificing quality. The variable aperture system deserves special attention because most people won't fully appreciate how significant this feature actually is until they use it. The Pocket 4 reportedly offers aperture control ranging from f2.0 to f4.0, which essentially functions like having a built-in ND filter system. Professional filmmakers spend hundreds of dollars on external variable ND filters specifically to control exposure without compromising their preferred shutter speed or ISO settings. Combined with 10-bit D-Log-M recording, you're looking at professional-grade color grading flexibility in post-production, all from a device that weighs less than a smartphone. The control scheme received thoughtful updates. A dedicated zoom button sits below the rotating screen. There's also a customizable C button for quick access to frequently used functions. The 2.5-inch rotating OLED touchscreen pushes over 800 nits of brightness, making it actually usable in direct sunlight instead of that frustrating experience where you're squinting at a dim screen trying to figure out if your shot is properly framed. Pricing information from leaked European retail listings suggests the standard Pocket 4 will land somewhere between $599 and $749 for a creator combo that includes essential accessories like a wide-angle lens, battery handle, mini tripod, and protective case. The Pro model will command a premium, likely starting north of $800, which makes sense given you're essentially getting two professional-grade cameras in one device. The connectivity specs show DJI keeping pace with modern standards. Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3 should make wireless file transfers and remote control significantly more reliable than previous generations. The audio system features a 4-microphone array with DJI's Osmo audio processing, and if it performs anything like what we've seen in their recent products, audio quality should be leagues ahead of the Pocket 3. Active Track 7.0 brings improved subject tracking with phase detection autofocus and eye tracking capabilities, meaning the camera should lock onto your subject and hold focus even when you're moving through complex environments with challenging lighting. What we're looking at here is DJI taking everything they've learned from 3 generations of Pocket cameras and combining it with technology they've developed for their professional drone and action camera lines. The result is a device that frankly shouldn't exist at this size and weight, but somehow does. The only question that remains is when DJI will finally stop teasing us and actually announce the thing. We're now in February, the January window has passed, and the community is getting restless. But based on everything we've seen, when it finally does arrive, it's going to be worth the wait.